Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here, aka Ronda without an H. Okay, I want to do a quick flip through for you of an ephemera little journal that I made. This is all highlighting 49 Dragonflies, her digitals. I am on her design team, and I needed a nice way to organize the wonderful pictures and different things that I have, words and whatnot. And so I have I've kind of been on this thing of just kind of cleaning up and organizing things. Recently did my flowers, if you watched that video. And so, yeah, this is my next one. So the fun thing about this is this one is made with brown paper bags. The cover is made from two and apart, actually a little bit of a third one for the spine, and just collaged papers on top of that. Most of this comes from 49 Dragonfly that I have just added with a few little bits and pieces that I had hanging around. But I love this cabinet card. That's one of Barbara's images, and she's just so sweet. So I just thought she could be the front. And I have this fabric. I was kind of waiting for some special project or something that I could use that, and it just, I don't know, it spoke to me. So I'm like, okay, this is going to turn into my ephemera holder from 49 Dragonflies. As you can see, I have the 5 pamphlet stitch, and I even put eyelets in there to hold this really, really well. Okay, so without further ado, now some of my pages are empty and some are not, but all of these have been created from paper bags, all my pages. And then I used, it'll come to me. Just give me a minute, and we'll just kind of look at what she's got done. These images, they're just so wonderful. So I have pockets on every page. I have strips of fabric. What I did was I took 2 brown paper bags together like this, and I created the spine, or what I sewed the 2 bags together with fabric. And let's see, let me find the center here. And you can see, if you look carefully, that they kind of variegate. Like this is the smallest page, and then this next page comes out just a little bit more, maybe 1/4 of an inch, or even just a little bit less. And so I did it that way, so that this is your smallest spine, or enclose, blah, 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 blah. Whatever that's called. You know. And then each one just gets a little bit bigger, little wider, until we get to the end one, and it's fairly, you can see it's fairly wide. So I'm not doing a video on that per se. I just want to show you just the fun. So you can use tracing paper. I like to use a clear, and I'm still trying to remember. Jeez Louise, I don't know why I can't think of that. You know what it is. Vellum, Vellum. Vellum. So I used vellum paper to make my pockets, okay? And I added some washi tape here and there, just a little bit. So I just want to show you real quickly. The paper bags have been stitched the top with fabric, and I did a little decorative stitch on some of those. But when I started, I mean, this kind of evolved. Let's see, in the beginning, it's a very good place to begin. I made pockets, okay? And I don't know what I'll keep in there. Maybe some of the scraps with 49 dragonflies with some of the papers that I use. I have a larger envelope where I keep the larger pieces. So I'm not sure, but this was kind of my prototype, the first one. And I kind of evolved as I was making this and doing different sizes with my little pockets. And by, let's see, I think that's 2. When we get down to the last 3 pages, I just was like, bag it. I'm not going to cover both. These had 2 paper bags sewn together. So these were all that way. And so the last ones I didn't. I was just doing it much easier, took much less time, much less hassle. Okay, now I'm just going to try to be quiet and let you go through and take a look at all her gorgeous ephemera, different things. She's got some wonderful things. I hope you'll check her out. Go to her shop. She's just got some fun digitals that you can purchase, and she's got freebies on there as well. She's just been a joy to create with her digitals. I've really been having a fun time. And I've stitched, as you can see, and there's really no rhyme or reason. It's just some things that I have both tall and short pockets, and it just depends upon what it is and where I've put it. But how fun, how nice and easy to be able to go through this. And I still have some room that I can add some things. But almost everything in here I have used part of a digital, but then there's leftover parts, so you want to store it in a nicer way. So I'm loving this. This is just so fun, so easy for me to find. Here's the little teeny butterflies. And then you can see all the various sizes, and she has 2 amazing butterfly sheets on here. So just cabinet cards. These were reduced in size. The ones you saw in the beginning were not. Lots of different sayings to pick from. The little book covers, those are super fun. And cabinet card the backs. And that is it, my friends. I just wanted to show you how fun. I mean, this is just so much fun. So if you have, and if you haven't, I would encourage you to go to her shop and check her out. And her prices are very reasonable. And of course, if you mention that the promo code that I'll put in the description, then you get a 10% off, the cost, which makes it a really good deal. But I would encourage you to organize your ephemera. If it's starting to crowd your mind and kind of be a heavy weight, then do something. I mean, obviously you don't have to do what I've done here, and I'm sure you have lots of things and lots of ephemera, or most of you do. If you're just starting out, maybe not. But for those of you that are just starting out, what a wonderful thing to do as you're going, to have some little organizing books. You can also get inexpensive, let me show you something else along that line. You can get these real inexpensive photo little albums, and I just did this and just stitched to add, you know, to create some pockets and things. So you can keep it simple, but I would really encourage you, as you're beginning to collect ephemera and that type of thing, if you have it organized, it's so much easier to access it. It makes doing your projects so much more fun. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I hope this hasn't been boring or too weird. I just wanted to show you. I absolutely love this. And I've decided I may have to do a journal with paper bags, you know, with this as the top. I don't know what I'll do for the inside, but I'm loving this. All right. Until next video, have a fabulous day. Bye now. Love you.